What up, y'all? So today we're working on the 400EX. I'll zoom in here. You can see what we're dealing with. Side. Yeah, it's really dirty. A lot of oil. Got it. But yeah, this is the project. So I didn't mention this before. This is actually a 2002 400EX, and I'm just kind of going through it, and I'm just starting to find little things. I think I'm gonna have to buy a replacement or get that welded because that's not gonna work. Yeah, if you work on your own quads, you're gonna find a lot of stuff that questionable stuff. Alright, what up, guys? So it's been a little while. It's about as far as I've gotten so far in the Honda, taking it apart. Pretty much not much left, but still quite a bit to do. At first, you might think, this ain't too bad. And then you flip it over. Not good. Not good at all. A lot of metal in there. I mean, it's not caked in metal, so I mean, there was definitely, it definitely allowed for oil to pass through, but luckily it did its job and kept the metal from getting through. Yeah, that's not good. I'm not excited for what lies behind that. Oh no. What up, guys? As you can see, not much progress has been made. That snowstorm, it actually came kind of a snowstorm. You see the Yamaha is just buried. But yeah, it's been cold. Not really doing much. I did go and cheat. Sorry, I didn't get it on camera. Like I said, we're learning how to do this, but let me flip this around real quick. So I went ahead and did the bottom steering bushing. No, not bushing, bearing. So we got a new bearing, seals and everything, and it's freaking cold. And the bearing's new, but that is nicely greased. It's nice and tight in there. So the steering stem's in. I got to clean a lot of stuff still. Like, this is going to come back off. I bought some scrub brushes and stuff from Walmart, so we'll get this clean and we'll put this back on there. And that's kind of how we're kind of going through this. We're going to put stuff on, take it apart. We have to clean things. It's kind of how this build's going to go. I think what my focus is going to get these A-arms on, so I think I'm going to set the tripod up. We'll time-lapse the A-arms. I don't know how long it's going to take me. This is freshly powder-coated. The A-arms are powder-coated, so the tolerances aren't, you don't have a lot of room here. That, I mean, I'm going to have to tap this in with a hammer. There's also still a little bit of powder coat where they taped it, so I might have to file down the edges to kind of get those to make a little bit more room. And I'm going to have to grease it and just kind of tap them in lightly. So that's kind of what we're working on right now. That's kind of the focus, get the A-arms on, and then go from there. Alright, so quickly just want to explain what I did here, what you guys just saw in that quick time lapse. So first, I took this little file here and I essentially just sanded down, there we go, the little bit of powder coat right here. And then I took some grease, I greased everything. I greased in the frame, I greased into the bolt that goes in the A-arm, I greased everything. And with a hammer and a rag, I basically just put this rag here and I lightly tapped it in, and now, as you can see, this lower A-arm is in position and it's ready to go for bolts. So now I got to fish through this bin of bolts, find the bolts for it, clean the bolts, and then put this together and then work on the upper A-arm. So we're gonna keep going. All right, guys, little update what we got going, what we got working. It's currently 1 in the morning, and I got a few hours out here to kind of start putting a few things more together. A lot of cleaning. It's really taken a long time for me to do these things. It's hard to tell, but I mean, like, this battery was like, it was just brown. You couldn't even see any of this. I cleaned this up. I cleaned the rectifier, cleaned the fins, everything. I mean, this ground wire was completely brown. You didn't even know what color it was, or there's yeah, you couldn't even see the writing. So that's all cleaned up. Everything's being cleaned. You know, I'm scrubbing all the bolts. You know, I scrubbed the whole oil tank here. I kind of wanted to paint this, but actually putting it on the bike and stepping back, it kind of stands out. It's kind of, I think I kind of like it. It's going to match the motor, I think, pretty well. So I think I'm going to keep it the way it is. The only thing that didn't clean up as nicely, if you can see, here's the oil cooler. I'll put a picture of what it looked like before. It cleaned up really well, but it is a little worn. You can tell it's got some age to it. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but that's hooked up. And yeah, we're just moving forward now. All right, so the bars are thrown on. For now, that I've got them placed, I think exactly where I want the bars. I'm probably going to take them apart to clean them a bit, the bolts and stuff. So they're just kind of on there. But I do want to put the grips on, and these are what we're putting on. We're using the Odi Rogue Grips for this project, and I love these grips. I have them on my Yamaha. What I love about these is they kind of lock together. I'll show you guys how they look when they get on the bike. But these, you don't need a glue or anything like that. You just slip them on, put the little ring on, and tighten it down. And they work amazing. So we're going to put these on, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, success. I think they look amazing. So as you can see here, there's a screw right there. And so all you got to do is tighten that screw, and that's basically how the grip goes on. These grips, I did have to take a little bit of a hammer to beat these on. The powder coat was really thick, so the grips were a little tight, but now they're on. So you got 2 rings here. All right, you just tighten those screws up, and that's it. That's it. It's on. They just slide on. They look really nice. They feel really nice. They're very soft. I would highly recommend them. I'll have the link down below, but those are the grips. Those are the bars, and I think it looks pretty damn good if I do say so myself. Oh, and one more thing. They are made in USA, so you might as well just buy one right now. Well, up guys, so I don't know how long it's been. It's been a while for me, so hopefully I take some more videos, but I probably didn't. So here's an update on the quad. Alrighty guys, update on the quad. This is what she looks like. I'm just getting the wiring harness on now. A lot of stuff has gone on since, I guess, these A-arms went in. Didn't do a ton of filming. I've got some few pictures of stuff getting cleaned and getting prepped for the bike. But yeah, I've been making a lot of progress on the build, and still waiting on a few things. Putting this back together, there was some realization that the previous owner put in random bolts up here, or nuts. So these nuts, there's 4 of them. So like that's, I don't even know what that is. That one's like broken through. The only one that's actually legit is the one under the cam chain here, which is being held up by my hammer. So I have all 4 of those coming in tomorrow, and then I can finally get this all torqued down properly, get the cam in, get it timed. And then if I get this wiring harness all hooked up, I can start this tomorrow. That's the only thing holding me back. I was also waiting on a locator dowel for the cylinder for a while. That was missing. I don't think, I looked back, I don't think it had one. Now, I don't think it did. So I had to order one of those. So little things here and there that were missing or just wrong had to be replaced on the quad. Here, I'll come around to the other side real quick. I got to get 2 new exhaust studs, because if you remember when I took this apart, the 2 that were here actually just came right out. So I got 2 of them coming. The exhaust looks freaking awesome, by the way. I mean, just look at that Hmf. Beautiful. Mounted right in. She's pretty tight. Not all the way. I mean, this is going to have to come out to get the tensioner in. But yeah, I mean, she's looking really clean, guys. I mean, just the gaskets look good. The bolts have cleaned up pretty well. I just wire wheeled all the bolts and actually wire wheeled my finger a little bit, but you know, whatever. The powder coat looks great. So yeah, we're just going to keep on moving. You know, keep on cleaning, keep on putting parts on. Sorry for the mess. A lot of stuff going on here. But yeah, she's coming along really, really well. I'm really proud of this project. What up, guys? We're back and jumping around again. Sorry, this is kind of how the video went, but whew, she's almost done. She's almost done. Almost. Keep watching. All right, so as you can see, we're doing a little carb work here. I got all my tools, various cleaning things, and a lot of Q-tips. Trying to clean out the where the old gasket was. I got it pretty clean. I think that might be okay for now. Actually, I'm gonna try to clean up this surface in here for this gasket. So this is the old one, and this is the new one. I got the whole carb rebuild kit. I don't know if I'm gonna rebuild the whole thing. I think I'm just gonna pop this new gasket in there. I did mess with the jets a little bit to jet it for the new Hmf exhaust. Clean this up, put a new gasket in. It ran really good with this. I never really had any carb issues before, so we're just gonna see how it goes. All right, gasket's in there. She looks good. Let's get this side cleaned here. All right, so I think we cleared the old gasket off good enough. We're gonna put it back together and then put the carb on the bike. All right, before this goes in, definitely gonna have to clean this because this is not going on dirty. I'll catch you guys in a second. Like I said, shiny and clean. Now she's ready to go on. A little learning lesson for y'all. I learned this the hard way, okay? I'm gonna turn the... When you're routing your clutch cable, all right, instructor moment here, teacher Cody on the job. Do not put your clutch cable on the exhaust stud because it sets on fire. That was stupid. What do you guys think? Should I run this? I mean, it's a little bent, not much, just a little bent. Is this the stock shifter? Should I put it back on? Damn right I'm not putting it back on. Oh, look what we got. We got a Tusk Shifter. Beautiful. Much better than this. We're gonna tighten that up real quick. But yeah, I mean, these shifters are really nice. I think it's like 20 bucks. It matches kind of the whole red theme we got going here. And yeah, new shifter, boom. All right, so while most of this quad got done up, we kind of, we didn't do much with the throttle. I will admit, I didn't do shit. So I really like this throttle. I don't really see a purpose of getting an Hermosi. I mean, it would look really cool. I don't know, I think the stock Honda works great, but I figured might as well clean it up with a new cover. It would look really cool. It kind of matches the Odi Rogue Grips, and once again with the red theme. I could have cleaned this and painted up red, and I might still do that if I like this, if I don't like it as good. This is a Moose, by the way, so Moose makes this, so we're gonna pop this on and see how that looks. The only thing I didn't get was the gasket. I kind of screwed up because I didn't even think about the gasket under here when I ordered this. So hopefully the gasket isn't like completely destroyed and broken, because that would suck. I'd have to order a gasket. But let's take a look. Yeah, I'd say that looks a lot better than OEM. Smoking red. It really does match the ODI grip perfectly. I mean, You know, some of the reds are a little off. I mean, the powder coat all matches, but some of these are a little bit darker, but that looks identical. I mean, from that to that, it's great. It really is great. Now, I got to get a new gasket. You know, once again, add another thing to the shopping cart. And then I guess I am going to at least take this bottom bracket that holds it together off and paint that. And then maybe paint this or just leave it. I don't know. Or maybe it's easy enough just to spray paint it black again and kind of clean it up. But yeah, guys, that's kind of it tonight. I put that on. We got our trusty Tusk Shifter. Just some more parts getting added, some more work being done. All right, so on the left here is the stock clutch cable. This is what came off the bike. And then on the right here is our new Motion Pro clutch cable. So as you can see, it's quite a bit longer, and this should do the trick just nicely. All right, so we got it installed up here. I did run it through the bracket, and then what I'm gonna do is run it around the outside of the frame, sort of like this, and it almost looks like we got a perfect length here and a perfect match. So let's get this set up. All right, guys, so here's the gasket. It looks really weird. I've never seen a gasket. I mean, it looks just like a cork, honestly, like the material that corks are made out of. It's really weird. I don't know if it'll zoom in and get that, but that's the gasket. She's going on, and yeah. The only thing we're gonna do, guys, is replace these old screws. So these were in there, they're fine, they work fine. I mean, they're not stripped, they're just kind of old looking. And I got a generic kit here, just bolts, nuts. I mean, it's generic Japanese stuff. And these are literally the same thing, just a little crush washer there, but they're the exact same length, same everything, but they're brand new looking and they're shiny. Oh, drop that one, but it'll look really clean on the bike, and I'll give you a little picture here in a second. What did I tell you? Gaskets in there. Bada bing, bada boom. They're all in there, brand new, shiny. Looks great. Looks beautiful. Moving on. And there she is, guys. She's beautiful looking. Let me switch around here, get a little better angle. Give you guys a good look at her here. She's about done. I have a few things to wrap up in the morning. I gotta put some cotter pins in the front. I mean, that's about it. She's all put together. We're really gonna throw this thing around today.